Equality, because equality for women, for all women, is the key to progress. Equality for women means stronger families and communities and a better world for all of us. I don't have to tell you how far from equality we are today. Think about the states banning abortion and making it harder for women to get birth control. The relentless attacks on our health coverage. The wage discrimination that especially hurts Black, Hispanic, and Native women, and the lifetime impact of lower pay and lost opportunity. Think about the sexual harassment that pervades our workplaces, forcing women out of jobs. What it means especially for the women who clean our offices and serve our fast food, not just those who work in Silicon Valley or on Wall Street. Think about the millions of families left behind as we win paid leave and paid sick days in some, but not nearly all states. And think, if you dare, about the maternal mortality crisis and how much worse it is for Black and Native women, and the disgraceful fact that the number of women dying due to pregnancy and childbirth is actually going up, not down, in our country. You heard that right. These aren't separate, unrelated issues. They interact and they compound each other. Whether we can control our fertility and access health care, whether we are penalized at work for bearing children and caring for loved ones, whether we are safe in our jobs, schools, or homes, whether we can go to decent schools, land good jobs, get paid fairly, save for retirement, or retire at all. All these issues intersect and shape women's lives. Think about Angel, a young woman in Biloxi. Her job offers no paid time off and no health coverage. All she can afford is a junk health plan that doesn't cover birth control and doesn't cover maternity care. If Angel gets pregnant and needs an abortion, she'll have to find the money she doesn't have. She'll go without pay while she travels hundreds of miles twice because of the onerous anti-abortion laws in her state. If Angel continues her pregnancy, she'll miss prenatal appointments because she has no paid sick time. And like nearly 1 in 4 women in this country, she will return to work just 2 weeks after giving birth. 2 weeks. And she has no idea how she's going to pay for childcare. Angel's mom, Carol, will do her best to help, but Carol is divorced and has a low-paying job with unpredictable hours. She often works long shifts, but doesn't get overtime. Her diabetes is getting worse, but she's cutting back on doctor visits because she can't afford the co-pays, and she's even begun to ration her insulin. She wants to save for retirement, but instead she's depleting her savings as she helps her widowed mom, whose Social Security checks just don't cover all the bills. What these generations of women are experiencing isn't fair, and it isn't right, and it isn't equality, but it is the lived experience of millions of women and families because the systems are rigged against us. The biases run so deep, they can be hard to see. But we see them. We see these women, and we see the deep systemic bias that holds them back. The National Partnership is fighting every day for women like Angel and Carol, who are weighed down at every turn by both gender and race discrimination. With your help, we're fighting for women of color, immigrant women, trans women, women with low incomes, health problems, and disabilities. We're fighting for fundamental changes to the institutions and systems that hold them back, so Angel can go to college, so Carol can afford her insulin, so Carol's mom can pay her bills and live with dignity. We're doing this at a time when we have a president and a Senate that oppose equality. Let's be clear what this is about. When President Trump cuts family planning funds, puts immigrant children in cages, and reshapes our courts, he's using his power to amass even more power for the privileged few. Trust me, they couldn't care less when life begins or what prescription drugs cost. They punish us for our childbearing and caregiving roles. They take away our rights and dignity to hang on to their own power. Well, guess what? Women are claiming their power. We are raising our voices, and we intend to win. Despite the odds, we saved the Affordable Care Act. We're the ones who are winning paid leave and paid sick days and protecting abortion care in the states. And it's women who transformed the House of Representatives, making it the most female, most diverse House in our country's history. The last election wasn't a fluke. It was a harbinger of things to come. It renewed hope and created change, to use a phrase we remember fondly. Now it's time to build on that momentum, to do even more, to elect even more powerful, diverse women like the ones we're honoring tonight. This is a time for audacity. It's a time to be bold. Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to win? It's our turn, our time for us to take the future into our hands, to become the founding mothers and daughters of a new age for America, a nation powered by our diversity, drawing strength from the rich tapestry of our lives. A nation with institutions and laws designed to serve all of us, not just the rich and already powerful. An America in which equality is real, not just rhetorical. An America where we can all be secure, respected, and live with dignity. Our country is still on its journey. One day, we will achieve our destiny and become a society in which no one is held back by discrimination or bias. There's no reason that that day must be distant. It's within our reach now. So let's do it. Let's be the unstoppable force. Let's create a nation in which all women, all people can thrive. Thank you for being with us in this fight.